The Ambernic RG503 is a very interesting retro handheld, in my opinion. The device sports a RK3566 quad-core 1.8 GHz CPU. The device has 16 GB of built-in memory. Also included in the box is a 64 GB TF card. Now, where I think this device falls short is in the RAM department. Ambernic chose to add only 1 GB of RAM to this device, which will make it very limited when playing PSP games, and I think that it was what this device was meant for with this design. You have dual analog sticks and a 5-inch OLED screen, which is amazing, and I think PSP games will look very good on this device. All of your PSP games that you'll be playing on this device will be running at either 1 or 2x resolution max. You don't need to go over 2x because the screen doesn't support any higher resolution than that. So I think it's a missed opportunity for Ambernic. They should have definitely added a 2 GB of RAM to this device. Now, from what I've read here about the device and the specification, this is not a touchscreen device. This is a Linux based device that is running on EMU Elect, or Ambernic's version of EMU Elect. Now that will be pretty good for emulations because Ambernic has done some update to their front end, so I think it will be very good for emulation, but PSP is where it's going to fall short. N64 I think will run on this very good, along with Dreamcast and SNES, NES, Game Boy Colored, and so on. But I think PSP is where everyone wanted to see this device shine, and it's where it's going to fall short because of that 1 GB of RAM. Now, apart from that, let's talk about the design. You know, it has a 5-inch AMOLED screen, a nice sized D-pad, dual analog sticks. It has the face buttons, which are pretty cool. They seem to be pretty sturdy in my opinion. And the device sports a very ergonomic design. This is a very pocketable retro handheld, and it's something that I would take with me on a trip and play a few retro games on the go. I really like the design, and I can see this being a popular device in the retro community. The device also supports 5G Wi-Fi, so apparently this will be good for game streaming. However, with that 1 GB of RAM, I think it will be limited as to how good the game streaming will be on this device. It may be a bit choppy. Yes, we have the Wi-Fi, but the device also needs to provide a certain level of performance. The battery in this device is a 3500 milliamp hour battery, which will be good. You can get at least 8 hours of gaming on this device when you're playing stuff like NES and SNES and GBA, but for like PSP, you'll be getting around 5 to 6 hours max. But it's a good battery for what the device is, or the size of the device. The device also supports HDMI output, so you can hook this up to your HDMI TV and I guess play local multiplayer games with a friend or two. And you can, play your games on the big screen, but I don't see why you'd want to play these retro games on a big screen, especially when this device doesn't have the overhead of the horsepower to allow you to upscale those games to like a 1080p or 720p resolution. So I think it would just be meaningless in my opinion, because you're not going to get a good picture quality on the big screen, so just stick with the small screen. Now there is also wireless multiplayer for the Ambernic RG503. Now if you and a friend have one of these devices, you can play together over like the same Wi-Fi network, or maybe you can create a hotspot on the device. I'm not sure how it works, but it's a feature that they're advertising, so you can take advantage of that. But overall, in my opinion, I think this is a good device. I just think more RAM would have benefited, because I really do like the design, and I think it has a lot of potential to be a hit in the retro handheld community. Now, if you're a fan of this Ambernic RG503, let me know in the comments down below. Have you picked one up, or you consider picking one up? As I said it before, this will be good for anything with N64 and below, except for Sega Saturn, which uses the Yabasan 2 emulator. That emulator is a beast, and you need a powerful system to run it. But with the exception of that, everything below N64 will play pretty much flawlessly. N64 you can get around 70% of the library with this device. With PSP you're looking at around 60 to 70% as well. For the higher to run games such as God of War, Midnight Club, and Killzone, it's not going to run it. This device is not going to run it. However, you can still play many PSP games on the Ambernic RG503. So that's pretty much going to do it for the video here, guys. If you enjoyed it, please go ahead, consider subscribing to my channel, like the video if you like it, and until then, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.